guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gamers, so you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Tennessee Shuichi's Path. So guys, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes while I entertain you. Let's just jump right in. Alarm Chen, you're up. Let's get some fluffy boyfriend. Let's go. Okay. Alright. I can't help myself from having a big goofy smile on my face as I watch him leave, feeling very happy that I was able to help. I walk back to my class with an extra spring in my step, feeling even more energetic now than I was before. An hour later, Shima-sensei has just arrived to our class as the first period of the day came to an end. He carries his usual stack of books to the table, dropping them haphazardly on it before turning to greet us. Good morning, class. Hope you all had a great weekend and are feeling much more refreshed so we can go at it again. Although, before we begin, is Michimaya present? A few heads turn in my direction, but I quickly pipe up from my seat on the back. Yes, sir. Good. I just got word from Katsuragi-san that she'd like to speak to you. She asked that I tell you to head to the faculty room after you're done eating during lunchtime. Huh? How come? Shima-sensei shakes his head sideways, shrugging. I'm afraid I don't know. She caught me as I was leaving my last classroom and told me something had come up. If it makes you feel any better, at least she seemed happy. Right, huh. I guess that rules out you being in trouble, huh? June whispers from the seat next to mine, leaning over in my direction with a raised eyebrow. That's not a guarantee of anything. For all I know, she's feeling gleeful to have a chance to rake me over the coals again. Well, really? But she seems like such a nice lady. She's a sadistic monster. No one has ever yelled at me as much as she does. That's only because you're constantly pissing her off. Jin, the biggest victim of Katsuragi-sensei's lectures, and the person who sits directly in front of June, turns back to look at me with a smug look on his face, the edges of his lips curved upward. Mind your own business, mouse. Stop barking so loud then, dog! I know all of you at the back think you're being really sneaky, but I can still hear whispering. Could you do us all a favor and be silent? The three of us immediately stiffen up on our seats, looking straight ahead as if jolted awake by that reprimand. The whole thing garners us a few chuckles from nearby classmates, so I really don't care about it. Very well. As we have finished our previous subjects of study last week, this week we are about to embark on a new journey. Going through a bygone era and studying the remnants of a long-forgotten kingdom, left only as a picture in the annals of history. Just thinking about it is enough to make me feel emotional. What is that supposed to mean? Nikanishi speaks up from the front of the class, her voice a mix of confusion and annoyance. It's no secret at this point that she's not the biggest fan of Shima-sensei, and seeing her reactions to him, it becomes downright obvious. Starting today, we'll begin studying Babylonian mythology. Did any of you know just how fascinating it is? I certainly didn't at first, but once I started studying, I couldn't put the books down. I was thoroughly enraptured. I've read over 30 books on the subject already, and I am ready to enlighten you all as well. The entire class groans as we all likely come to the same horrible realization. Shima-sensei has just found another new thing to be passionate about. Somehow the odds of us studying our actual syllabus seem to be getting smaller and smaller. And to start us off on this wonderful journey, there's nothing more fitting than the myth of creation itself. Today, I shall teach you all about the Enuma Elish. I hate this so much. A few hours later. Man, I thought he was going to go on and on about that forever! June flops on the top of my table, sighing dramatically as soon as he brings his chair over like he usually does every time for lunch. All the other teachers in this school are really good, but that guy is still weird. He's good at teaching stuff, but why does he go off course like that so much? Surprised he hasn't gotten fired yet. What about students that actually need to learn the right subjects to prepare for the entrance exams? He's always been like that. I'm not even surprised. Although, I thought for sure I'd seen the limits of where his obsessions with mythology could lead us. Honestly, him finding a new one to obsess about seems so obvious in hindsight. I feel stupid for not anticipating something like this would happen sooner or later. He said that one myth about creation was supposed to be short, and he spent 2 hours talking about the implications of it. I need a break. Good thing it's lunchtime now, then. Good thing I packed karage with me today. I need some comfort food. You pack karage with you more often than not, though. Shuichi and Saya show up right at the usual time, raising their hands to greet us with a smile. Osu! Morning! It's good to see you again, Jun-kun. I was starting to get worried due to your prolonged absence. Yeah, I've been getting that a lot lately. You seem to be in a good mood, too. Saya and Shuichi get to work on organizing our tables, quickly preparing the usual arrangements so the four of us can sit for lunch together. Man, yesterday was so fun! It sure was. It was nice to go out together as a group again. I know we did not. I only did it not too long ago, but it still felt like a long time. It was a really great weekend, if I'm being honest, for a multitude of reasons. I'm still happy. I'm still so happy that you finally went to see your mom. I'm about to say man again. Your mom again. I want to visit Sachika-san too next time. I bet she'd be thrilled to see you again too. She spent a long time talking about Yuichi after he left. She did? Oh God, what about? All good things, no need to worry. It's not the point. I wish Keisuke-san would join us for lunch too. How come he never does? Because he's an idiot. He thinks it's improper for him to come to an upperclassman's classroom every day to have lunch. We did tell him last Friday to stop doing that, but he kept pushing back on it. I even tried inviting him over directly today. What did he say? We'll see. Oh, that sounds about what I'd expect from Keikun. Urishihara has always been like this. It makes no sense. He acts like a huge stickler for silly, unofficial customs that no one cares about, and he also does his best to ignore actual enforceable rules. Like his unbuttoned jacket, or the purple shirt underneath. Both of those are against the dress code, you know. Maybe it has something to do with control. What do you mean? Like, didn't you guys say before that he's forced to do a lot of things he doesn't want to because of his family? Maybe he ignores smaller rules like that so he can feel more comfortable by having some level of control over something, even if it's just his body and clothes. Huh. Yep, there you go. Realization. Huh? Wait, what? What? Did I say something strange? But how? Are you really Kobayashi? Junkin, do you have a fever or something? Saya leans forward on her chair, reaching her hand to touch Jun's forehead in an attempt to check his temperature. What's with all this all of a sudden? It just... You don't usually say... you're not exactly the most... Since when are you that perceptive? Ah, I see what is going on here. You all think I'm too dumb to be able to say smart things like that. That's mean. I say smart things all the time. No, that's a bit... Sorry. Why does everyone always seem to think I'm stupid? We don't think you're stupid, just... Not the most attentive? Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what we meant. Yeah, it's nothing bad. You guys are horrible. Sorry. We didn't mean to make you upset. I'm sorry. There's no way I could have reacted differently. I'm not used to hearing this level of reflection and insight from June. It's just, it does not compute in my mind at all. I'm sorry, June, I get the feeling we're still underestimating you even this far into our friendship. Hey, I just remembered. Do you guys have any plans for the Lunar Festival this year? One second, guys. Let me sip my coffee. Delicious. Pumpkin spice kai latte. Maybe it's chai. I don't know. Oh, right. The Lunar Festival is at the end of the month. Lunar Festival? What's that? Nice save, Saya-chan. The relief is very noticeable across our table as Jun's attention is easily whisked away by the shiny new topic that was brought to his attention. Yeah, Saitama holds a Lunar Festival every year sometime around June or July. Last year it happened halfway through June, so we thought it'd be the same this year. Turns out it's going to be just a few days before the end of the month. Man, that brings back memories. The three of us used to go together every year when we were kids. I remember! Yuichi-kun always used to stuff himself with cotton candy and takoyaki and he would get sick after. Ugh, why do you have to remind me of that? I feel sick just thinking about it. And yet you did it 5 years in a row. I was 8 at the time. Give me a break. I'm surprised you don't know about it, Jun-kun. Didn't you say your family was from around here? Maybe we went once or twice when I was really, really little? I think I remember something like that, but I could be wrong. After I started getting serious about competing, I didn't really pay much attention to that sort of thing. I had very few hobbies outside of the piano. Oh, that's a shame. Maybe we could go together this year. Yuichi and I actually talked a little about the possibility a while ago when I took him to the shopping district's festival. I forgot they still did those. Don't they get smaller every year? Yep, but they're still really nice. Just on a small scale. It's a good way for them to drum up some movement, too. Oh yeah, that one was a lot of fun. You even got me General Yamato the second back then. Did you really name your fish that way? You never mentioned that. It's in memory of Captain Yamato the First. He ranked up? I was originally going to call him General Yamato the Great the Second, but that didn't sound as good. I don't even know what to say here. Is Yamato that emerald-colored fish you showed us back in April? That's all you have to say to it? Yep, the very same. Everyone's totally tuning me out. Why do I even bother? It's because we don't want to hear you complain about something we're both fond of. Whatever, we should still get together this year for the festival. It could be really nice, yeah. It'd be the first time we go with Aki, Ushihara, and Junkun, too. Our group has doubled in size! Yay, I totally want to go! We can definitely discuss plans for it. Oh, I know, we should all get yukatas this year, too. Yeah, that sounds like so much fun! Hang on, we don't even know if we're gonna yet. How are you already... Yes, I stand behind this 100%. It's not a real festival if you don't have yukatas. Even you? Hey, when we went to the Shopping District's festival, I did tell you that I wanted us to dress in yukatas if we went to the Lunar Festival this year. Fair enough. A few minutes later, the conversation around the table continues at a breakneck pace, with everyone throwing ideas around for future plans. It seems everyone has gotten enamored with the notion of going to the festival. The chatter has mostly been centered on that while we eat. While I don't really want to go, as I continue staring at my now empty lunchbox, I sigh, knowing I can't postpone it any further. Sorry for your conversation, guys, but I'm gonna need to dip for a while. How come? Did something happen? Oh, right, you were asked to head to the faculty room after you were done eating, weren't you? Yeah. Oh no, what did you do this time? Why do you immediately assume it was because of something bad I did? Years and years of experience? Well, I didn't do anything this time. I'm just as clueless as you are. Try not to piss off the teachers too much, okay? Seriously, stop assuming I'm going to get myself in trouble and stop grinning like that. Nope. Whatever, fine, I'm going now. If I'm not back before the bell rings, then I'll see you guys later. Talk to you later. Good luck. I knock on the door to the faculty office, opening it and peering inside. A few faces turn my way, definitely way more than I'm used to seeing in here. But then again, I usually only get called here after class when a lot of the teachers aren't around. I'm so surprised so many are in here working instead of eating right now. Ah, Michimaya-kun, please come sit. Katsuragi-sensei, the one that had called me in here, beckoned me over as soon as she noticed me. Weirdly enough, she's smiling? Holy crap, I'm not used to seeing her smiling. She's usually always so stern and harsh when she's talking to me. I'm not kidding. This is low-key terrifying right now. I do as I'm told, hesitantly taking a seat in front of her desk. Katsuragi-sensei fiddles around with a few papers for a second, clearing up space so she can look at me properly. First of all, you really don't need to look at me like that. Like what? That. She points at my face, the concerns of my mouth and my cheeks twitching as I try my best to smile. You're not in any trouble, you can relax. I'm not, thank God. In fact, I called you here for very much the opposite reason. What do you mean? Do you remember how I called you over back during our first day of class to discuss your academic performance? I recall something like that. Katsuragi-sensei shakes her head, placing a hand on her chin and scratching it with her index finger. Well, to be totally honest, I had pretty much given up on you already. What, seriously? Yes. What were you expecting? I've had multiple discussions with you over the years about your lack of effort, not paying attention in class, declining grades. None of them ever amounted to anything. I guess that's true, but... is that something a teacher is supposed to be saying to a student? However, I must apologize for that. I was clearly wrong about you. You were? Yes. Over the past month or so, I've been getting reports from teachers about your increased participation in class, with the most dramatic increase happening 2 weeks ago. I was stunned. Oh, I guess that's true. I have been feeling a bit more motivated lately, especially since I started dating Shuichi, although a lot of that was due to me being spiteful and wanting to prove to him that I can be a good student. Your grades have actually gone up as well. While you've been showing a clear decline of around 2 to 3 points in every midterm since your first year, this is the first time they have actually gone up. It's true that I've been studying a little bit more lately. Katsuragi-sensei nods, smiling once again. The smile on her face is kind, warm, and genuine. It makes me feel butterflies in my stomach for a second. I've never seen her looking so gentle. It made me very happy to see that development, and it wasn't in just 1 or 2 subjects either. There was a marked improvement across the board. Since your grades when you first joined were so high, you hadn't exactly come at the risk of flunking thus far, but, at the rate you were going, it really did seem like you would fall below passing grade before the end of the year. Really? Yes. Here. During your very first midterm exams as a freshman, your average grades in all subjects put together was 94 back then. Then, on every subsequent midterm, they went slowly down, 91, 89, 87, 84, all the way down to 81 on your last midterm as a junior. I don't like where this is going. At the rate you were going, I fully expected you to score around an average of 78 points in this midterm. For all of your junior year, your grades were painfully average for someone of your potential. But I qualified for the advanced classes and everything this year. That was our attempt to incentivizing your studies. It wasn't based on your current achievements, it was your potential we were looking at. But even scoring the top 30 every year. only because with the exception to the 20 or so students already in advanced classes, the rest of the school is mostly content with having the bare minimum passing grade. After all, 80 out of 100 is already high enough for most. Well, yeah, even I didn't see a point trying to score more than that. 80 out of 100 is already a stupidly high grade. It's this school that's way too strict with their minimum passing grade. I'm sure you already know this, but in most cases, students only try to keep the minimum grade necessary to pass at all times. Most of the time, if a student is capable of passing the entrance exam, they're nearly guaranteed to graduate. Yeah, I guess the entrance exam was the hardest one I've taken in my time here. Katsuragi-sensei nods, pressing her lips tightly together. Yet, despite me thinking you were about to start seriously struggling this year, not only has your attitude in classes changed tremendously as of late, your average score in this midterm has gone all the way up to 90 points rounded down. That's an increase of 9 whole points since your last midterm. Oh, wow! I didn't know there was such a big difference! As it stands right now, you're almost all the way back up to your original grades when you first joined the school, back when you could easily place in the school's top 10. Damn, I didn't realize any of that! I guess it's true that even before coming to the school, I'd grown so unmotivated that I didn't bother to check my averages. So long as I was passing, it was good enough for me. Things were apparently about to get bad for me, and I didn't even notice that because I didn't care enough to. Just thinking about that is scary. I guess I've had some more incentive lately, or at least I didn't feel as unmotivated. Which is great. Whatever it was that caused this change, it will hopefully continue driving you through this point. From this point on. Yeah. Oh god, this is really not a good time for me to be hearing this. With that said, this wasn't the main reason I called you over. It wasn't? There's still more to this? What else could she possibly have to say? We've received word from a university in the Americas that wished to scout you for their tennis program. They'd apparently tried contacting you directly, but as you never responded, they decided to reach out to the school instead. Wait, huh? What do you... Of course, we've already followed through with checking their credentials. It's an institution based off of Vancouver, Canada. The school is very prestigious in the country and has recently made a push to scout prominent athletes from all over the world. Their tennis program has apparently become quite competitive over the past 5 years, and they've been investing a lot in the infrastructure, coaching and development. All of these are certain to be quite beneficial to someone like yourself. That's a lot of information all of a sudden. It's not like I haven't gotten endorsement or sponsorship offers before, but I don't remember anyone ever reaching out to me to try and scout me to their school. I'm sorry, but I don't have any plans to attend college. I plan on going pro immediately. Yes, I'm aware of that. However, I believe it might still be in your best interest to think of their offer carefully. The school is interested enough in you to give you a full scholarship, along with access to the best coaches in their institution. All already paid for. They are? Yes. They've also shown a willingness to give you flexibility around your schoolwork so you can pursue your professional debut alongside your own studies, not to mention giving you guaranteed entrance. No need to take any kind of exam. Is that considered a generous offer? It sounds like it is. Alright guys, I'm gonna pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks or a tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!